Hey everybody, welcome back to Woodward's Music Speaks podcast, where we fight depression with the power of music. I'm handicapped host James Cox, and I have another great interviewee today. Her name is Sophia Warren. We're just going to go right into it. We're not going to tell you anything
Let's do it.
about her because I mean that's just what we do here.
Yeah.
So yeah, so Sophia, what's up?
Nothing, man. I've been chilling. I've been chilling. Been hot, but other than that, been chilling. I love the color coordination that you have. I love the
Hey,
orange
well,
and
see,
the
this is my brand new shirt that I came out with.
dude, that's
Brand
dope.
new, and I got
I like it.
my new. It's all about branding here. You know, you gotta brand yourself
You
just like
got a
you.
brand.
Yeah,
You
you
got a
got to
brand.
brand.
You
So
got a
yeah,
brand.
so
It looks
I'm
dope.
planning to promote these very soon. You know,
I
because
like that hat. I like that hat.
thank you, because I try to create stuff and then wear it myself. And if I don't want to wear it, I'm not gonna sell it to you.
Exactly. That's how I feel. I don't want
Right?
like my name plastered on everything. I want something somebody's gonna want to actually want to wear, you know?
Yes. And I hate the fact that fans specifically get on bands that wears their own merchandise. What if they want to do what we're doing?
I know.
You
It's a
know?
self-advertising. We're
Right.
a walking billboard, you know?
Exactly. Yeah.
Judge
Because
us. We're trying to get the bag.
yeah. Especially when we're not well known, like I'm not really well known right now. But
Oh,
you
me
are.
neither.
You don't think I think you're very well known because I mean, yeah.
Well, I'll take it. I'll take
Yeah, good. Yeah. So,
I'm a,
so before the show, we mentioned with Zoom and then Skype, and I haven't heard that name in years.
I
It's
know.
been years, it's weird, you know.
Long time. Long
Yeah,
time. They kind of fade out though. They kind of fade into
it
the
did.
distance. It's like Tumblr and the old message
Yes,
boards. It's
yeah.
like, dang, now it's all
I
about Instagram and TikTok and Zoom.
I remember ICQ and
Mm.
AIM, America Online
Mhm.
Instant Message. Oh my God, I used to.
Same.
Yeah, those
Yep.
were the days, but those days aren't here anymore, you know.
I
So
know.
I
It's
don't know.
over.
It's
It's
pretty
done.
weird. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
it's weird.
adult life is adulting, and I don't like it.
I don't like it either. I'm barely starting it and I still am like, get
Exactly.
me out of
Yeah,
here. Get me out
yes.
of here.
Please do. But in a good way, you know.
Yeah.
So yes. Okay. So I asked you where you are, and you're in Austin, Texas, and I
Yes.
said, please hold on to that thought because I have something special to tell you about Austin.
Ooh.
I was born in Austin.
Ooh, Austin
See,
Burr.
that's
Heck
why I'm
yeah.
excited about talking to you. Yeah, I haven't been there in 40, well, hell, I'm 45 now. So would that mean I haven't visited since 44 years ago? Because I was born in Austin.
Dang.
So that's 1 year, I mean, I don't know.
You got to
I'm
make a
bad at
trip.
math. I know. Yeah, yeah, because talking to you earlier, you said that the city of Austin is like flourishing right now, correct?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Musically, like so many different genres are popping up and different like collaborations of artists and stuff creating new
Yeah.
and there's a show every single night. Like it's very fast paced, but I enjoy the how music centric it is because sometimes you don't get that with a lot of cities and this is
Mm.
definitely music centric.
Right. Yeah. And I heard the term rap Texas rap earlier by going through TikTok. I didn't know Texas rap was a thing until TikTok. But then again, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't really follow rap that much.
I know there's a lot of niche names and stuff like
Yeah.
swancore. That's a word I heard the other day, and I'm
Yeah.
like, "There's why is there so many boxes?
I
It's
don't know.
alternative music, okay? It's alternative
Yeah.
music. It's not
Yeah.
swancore."
Yeah. Well, going on the genre talking in subcategories, what do you what's your realm of categories? Is it like a lot of categories you want to fall into, or is it like one or two?
I think it's so difficult like choosing a genre because I think I always want to explore something in each song,
Yeah,
like each
yeah,
song has its own world and own instrumentals, and if that leans more in the pop route it does, if that leans more in the rock route it does. I like to think like my sales pitch when people ask for genres, I'm like
yeah.
indie melodic pop with like a
Right.
splash of
Yes.
alt.
Yes.
It's like there's like four different genres going on, and it'll probably be a fifth by the next year. But
Right.
I
Yeah.
just love, I don't know, I love exploring that realm of all those genres. I mean, alternative is my go-to, TBH.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Well, I just quickly scanned through your Apple Music catalog, and it said that you were alternative, which I guess is correct. I mean, because
Yeah.
alternative means all kind of music. But I think because I'm a self-proclaimed music producer. I have a few songs out. And I'm working with a few bands. But when
So
I was doing it through DistroKid, it asked you what category you were, and it gives you all these, and I'm sure you've done that too, and it gives you all these categories. I'm like, I don't know. I mean, what's the best?
I
And
know.
I'm pretty sure you just picked alternative because it's like everything, I
Yeah,
guess.
I think everyone says pop when they listen to my
Pop,
music, but
yeah,
I'm like, I'll take alternative over pop, low
right.
key,
Yeah.
you
Well,
know.
alternative is a little bit better because of
I know,
Nirvana,
I know, I know. I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So, okay, so I really wanted to get you on here because you messaged me on Pond Match, and I do thank Pond Match for getting us together and you reaching out.
Yeah.
And you said something to me that I didn't understand and I want to understand, and maybe I can get some hints from you. Okay.
Okay.
Um, you said you were diagnosed with Hashimoto disease at age 5,
Yes.
and it says that you tried to hide it from yourself, which I think that is the most like beautiful thing I've ever heard in my life. But kind of confusing too, because it's like you really can't hide a disability from
No.
yourself. I
No.
can't because I'm more than sleepy. How did that look for you? Like trying to hide your Hashimoto disease, especially at such a young age.
Yeah. It was very hard for me to, I don't know, kind of like accept that that was sort of going on because you're so young, you don't fully understand it. You're out with other kids your age and kind of going out and playing, and it's like, oh, I can't do this. And I think a lot of, I don't know, when you're younger and things are hard and things are traumatic, you kind of just block them out and they
Yeah,
kind of go to the back of your brain.
yeah,
And even now, like it's always like, oh yeah, I had that and I have a scar on my neck to remind me of that. Or like I like forget because it's so just like in the background. But without that foundation of going through that, like I would not I would not be who I am today. I would not be writing. I would not be creating, that really is, even though there's a portion of me that, hides that in the back of my head because of how painful it was. It really is that foundation of why I'm here doing what I'm doing. So it's like this bittersweetness of, okay, this was a horrible experience, but it taught me so much and resilience and to not, get back down and, how to figure out the own like words and thoughts in my head and dealing with anxiety on top of that.
yes, yeah.
But it's just such a bittersweet thing. I guess I can
Yeah,
only say that
yeah.
it's bittersweet.
Well, okay, so I want to learn more about Hashimoto disease, if you don't mind,
Yes.
But you said that which meant that you grew up exhausted, misunderstood, and often masking, just through making it through the day, You said I didn't look sick, so then you started hiding it from yourself because it's not physically visible like mine,
Exactly.
you know.
Exactly. Yeah, it is very
Yeah,
much an invisible
yeah.
um,
It's kind of like
disability.
autism. You can't see autism.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. And dealing with all those, like, it also affects your mental health as well, is a big part of Hashimoto's. And just exhaustion and sleeping. I was at one point sleeping 18 hours a day. Like it is
18
it
hours. Yeah.
yeah.
That's all. That's
Yeah,
almost a
that's
whole
really the
day.
entire day. Yes.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Um, but it eats at you. It eats
yeah.
at you from the inside out. But it's like I said, it showed me resilience. It showed me not to give up even when it was just absolute struggle. And I felt like nobody saw me, and what I was going through.
Mhm. Yeah. Um. Now. Did I did they know more about because some disease, I mean, some disabilities, doctors don't know anything about until years later, like mine.
Mhm.
At age 5, did the doctors and your did the were the doctors able to tell your mother what and your dad what was going on and how to help you with that?
It took a while actually to get
Okay.
a diagnosis. I went to a ton of different doctors dealing with like fatigue and just like looking very like pale and gray and just like not doing well overall. Dry skin, dry hair, all that good stuff.
Mm.
Um, and it, oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot the question.
No,
I was
no,
in the
it's
middle
fine.
of like thinking
Yeah,
about it and I'm so
yeah.
sorry. I'm so sorry. Could
I,
you?
I totally forgot what I asked you. Oh, see this is the age when you get older, and it's like,
If it, yes,
how
yes, I
did you,
remember.
but did the doctor tell you? Yes, yes,
Yes,
doctor
I
and your
remember. I
mom. Yeah,
remember.
yeah,
So a bunch
yeah,
of different doctors,
yeah.
Duke, UNC Triangle, going to a bunch of different places. They're checking me out for all these different things. They don't know what's going on. Finally, I go to a gastroenterologist for like obviously stomach problems
Yeah.
and all that sort of thing. And they're like, has anyone ever checked her thyroid? Because it's not something you would think to check for a 5 to 4 year old. You know what I mean? You think about typically it's very common in like postmenopausal women
Right, right.
going through menopause.
Older ladies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
typically
yeah.
older women. So nobody would have ever thought, this could be her thyroid.
Right.
So it did take a very long time because of that discrepancy, but thankfully I was able to get the diagnosis and be able to start treatment and start figuring out those options. Because even for the doctors, this is something so rare, so new, something they've never seen before. Like, how do we deal with this? And being so young and hearing those side effects and hearing those things, and I might never be able to have children if I get my thyroid removed, like a lot of really heavy decisions at that age.
Hmm. Yeah.
But I'm glad I was able to hear that diagnosis and have that, because again, probably nobody would think to check that on a 4 year old. Nobody would think to check a 4 year old's thyroid.
Right.
Like,
Right. Yeah.
it's crazy. But like I said, I'm glad I'm thankful enough to have that, even though it was a
Right.
year, still
Yeah.
thankful enough to have that.
Well, yeah, yeah, yeah. Even if we forget sometimes, like you and me just did. I can't believe we forgot that question. That's amazing.
I know.
Yeah,
I was so deep into it. I'm like,
right, right.
wait.
Well, I'm 45 years old, so my memory is just not there, quite anymore. But that's okay. That's
Mine's not
okay.
either. The Hashimoto's
Okay.
causes brain fog. So
See,
I'm like, I blame it on the Hashimoto's.
look at that.
On
Yeah,
that.
we can't blame it on the age. Blame it on
I
blame
know.
it on the
Exactly.
disease. Yeah, it's all
Exactly.
good. It's all good. I love you anyway. Yeah. Okay. Okay. But living with Hashimoto. Okay. So from age 5 to now, you found comfort in music throughout your whole life.
Mhm.
Because I know that it was hard for you just as it was hard for me.
Mhm.
And I tend to go alone in my room and listen to nothing but music. Uh, was that the same sentiment for you as it was for me? You just go up there and listen to music and just like the world's not here. It's just me and Kiss or Nirvana or AC/DC or whoever
No,
you're listening to.
exactly that. Like
Yeah,
genuinely, exactly that. Like
yeah,
taking, listening to this sound that I'm like, okay, I can't explain my feelings or my thoughts or my emotions, and I'm, dealing with all this stuff and hearing these bands, explain these like very emo bands, like very like My Chemical Romance and Fall Out Boy and Panic at the
mm,
Disco type
yeah.
bands. So like type bands. But I was
Right.
like, it's hitting me in such a different way. And it really found that connection in that space within that community as well of people. And having that, like you said, being alone, listening to that music and not feeling alone and feeling like somebody understands you and what you're going through. And you can just kind of forget about the world and just be kind of like this like floating orb, you're not even a
Right.
body anymore. Like you're
Yeah.
just like this entity in space. And that's what I love about music, truly.
Yeah.
Like
You just.
to the
Yeah.
base of it, you can just absolutely leave where you are and go somewhere entirely different and just forget everything.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Magical.
There's a question that my co-host once asked, and I'm going to ask you this because you brought up something you said totally out of the mind zone and area, you know. Um, I pray to God you or me don't go in a coma, you know. But I'm gonna ask you that, okay? So if you were in a coma, by Lord, I hope you're never in a coma, you know.
Yeah.
Um, what song or album would like bring you back to or like here, you know?
Oh,
Yeah, it's a very.
dang. That's a very good question.
I think you got the question. It's like because you watched Stranger Things. And I saw, and I think he saw that scene, and they brought him. I don't know, but
Yeah, they're running up
yeah, yes,
the
running
hill.
uphill, yeah,
Yep.
yeah, yeah, and
I I think like one album that I listened through a lot and loved, which is kind of embarrassing, but I'm going to
now
admit
go
it.
ahead, yeah,
I'm
please
going to
do,
admit
please do.
it. The Too Weird to Live, Too Rare to Die, Panic at the Disco album. It's very like, I don't know, like dark and like 80s, like electronic sort of sound, but like every single song, like
It's a
it's
banger,
play. There's
yeah,
no skips in that
yeah,
album. And sometimes it's hard to find an album where you're like, no skips whatsoever.
right. I
That's the
have,
album.
I have two of those.
Exactly.
Yeah, and
It's so
that's
rare.
very, yeah, because I'm sure you've heard of these bands. The Misfits,
Mhm.
American Psycho is one of mine, and the other one is Purple by Stone Temple
Mm.
Pilots.
Stone
There's
Temple.
absolute bangers on them, you know.
Dude, I gotta listen to those albums now.
Yeah, but that's
I've,
two out of like 4
oh,
trillion albums. You know, there's no, I mean, you can't really. I don't know, you know.
it's difficult because then it's like, okay, every single one of these songs has to be in my taste. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like every single one of these songs, and when you find that's so rare to find, so
Right.
rare to find.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that is my coma album for sure,
Yes, perfect.
for sure.
Panic at the Disco. I don't think you can go wrong, you know. Are they
So,
still making music right now? Because but then again, I don't keep up with them very much. So
so they went through
no.
some controversy not too long
Oh,
ago, and then they
bad.
kind of like dipped out, and then I'm like,
Yeah,
oh shit,
yeah.
sucks when that happens.
But then they'll make a major comeback, which is like yes,
Yeah,
sometimes maybe. Yeah,
maybe. It had
yeah,
like the high
yeah.
hopes, that song. And I disliked that song because it was on the radio
Um,
every single day, nonstop. Gotta
right.
have high hopes for a living.
Oh yeah, that's it. Oh
Stop.
yeah, okay, yeah.
Shut up.
Totally forgot. I totally
You
forgot
know?
about that song. That song's so great, you know.
Oh yeah. That song is stuff.
Yeah. So you started your music journey making music on the year 2024, which is last year, correct? By Bloodstone is your first
Yes.
debut EP, correct?
Yes.
2024. All
Yes. I've been
right.
working on music for forever before that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Forever.
yeah. But okay, so question is, why are you starting? Like, well, why did you start creating music in the studio last year as opposed to like I don't know how old you are, but I'm not gonna ask.
Anyway.
Back. Okay, so back then when you were like just starting to get it out on your own, why didn't you pursue it? But earlier, I guess is what my question is for you.
Yeah. So I worked with I like started like my grandfather gave me a guitar when I was 12.
Yeah.
A little Yamaha starter kit, and that's kind of when I began like exploring with music and stuff. But I definitely was not like talented enough to create my own songs at that time because I'm like looking up YouTube, like chord charts and things like that.
Right.
Um, so thankfully enough, my parents were supportive of what I wanted to do, and they helped me, you know, get into some contact with some local producers, like in town, like people who were just kind of like, let's try some things out. And then I've worked with a ton of different people after that through like DMing them or anything else like that. Like they're out in New York and Nashville and Miami, so a lot of different sounds. But I just never felt like I found what I wanted. Like, making songs with other people, doing all these different things. I never heard something where I'm like, that's it. And it's so hard because when I started production at 13, you don't know what you want at
Yeah.
13,
Right.
you know
Yeah.
what who you are at 13 or 14, 15, 16, 17. Like
Mm.
that is a very exploratory time for you yourself, and without having to be like, okay, what do you want? Like definitively, what do you want to sound like? It's like, I don't know who I am. How am I supposed to figure that out? Yeah.
Right.
So I had these, in Bloodstone, those 5 songs were throughout the year songs that I've just mulled over, and the majority of them were my own that I created throughout the years. And Chris Cody, just like immediately when talking to him, I was like, I know you're going to be able to create something I'm going to love. Like just his personality and we're very similar in certain ways, and his perfectionism, and the history he also has working in the 2000s and the 90s and this indie sleaze pop kind of sound that he used to have, like this is the guy.
Yeah.
And then immediately after that first EP, I'm like, we're doing number 2 Adesso as well. Like I found my man. But it's so hard as an artist because you're like, you're trying to explore all these different routes and areas, and you don't feel like anything's fitting. It's like Cinderella, the shoe does not fit. It's like, where, like, I need to figure out what shoe fits.
Right.
And that was finally the shoe that fit. But I think that's, like I said, difficult for an artist to keep going and going and going and not feel like, you have this direction in a way. But never give up. Never give up.
There you go.
You'll find it. Even if it takes 10 years, you'll find it.
Yes. You said you were not sure what to be yet, and I'm here like I still don't know what to be,
Sorry, my dog.
Oh, I still don't know what to be, even though I'm 45 years old, so I'm right there with you, kind of,
Oh yeah. I think you're always figuring out who you are, what you want as a person, and it's always changing, But when you're a kid, you're like, oh, everybody has it figured out. It's like, no, they don't. No, they don't. They don't know anything. No. I still don't know anything.
Right. Okay, I gotta ask you, what is your dog's name? I love dogs. Dogs are great. Can we see him?
Leia.
Hey, is that a Chihuahua?
She's a Chihuahua. She's a majority Chihuahua, which was like my least favorite dog.
Oh, so she's a mix.
She's a mix. She's a little.
Okay.
She's Princess Leia. I'm a big fan of Star Wars.
So. Yes. But my mom and dad click. Well, I shouldn't say click, but they have nothing but Chihuahuas,
Collect Chihuahuas. I love that expression.
Well, sadly, I mean, we have some dogs that pass, but they always refuse to get another breed. They're like, no, we want a like why? And of course, my sister calls them a rat dog. My mom hates that,
My brother does the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, shut up. It's not a rat dog.
Right. It's a Chihuahua,
I know.
Yeah.
I don't know. They're great dogs. I've heard horror stories about Chihuahuas forever, but I'm like, I love this dog.
It's like, what are you talking about, man? These dogs are great. Yeah. Me, if I ever got one, I would get like a medium-sized dog instead of a little one, but that's just me,
Yeah, I had big dogs my entire life.
Really?
She's the only small dog my family has ever had. Like ever. Ever. Like 50-pound plus is like all the dogs that we've had. We have one that's about 80 right now. Yeah. So wow. Big dogs.
Big dogs. Yeah. All right. So my next question would go into mental health, and that's the theme of my podcast, and that's mainly the reason why you're on here, and your music solidifies with mental health, So so you explore deep themes in your songwriting, such as identity and mental health. Can you share a particular song that was especially cathartic to write, as well as to perform on stage?
Yeah, Static is the immediate one that comes to my head. I was diagnosed with anxiety when I was like 12 or 13, which is around the time I started music as well. But this is very much until recently, like literally within the past year, like every single night I would go to sleep and I would replay in my brain every single embarrassing moment like I've ever had. It's like every single embarrassing moment, everything that you messed up, everything that like you feel crappy about, like I'm going to replay it a million times and just make myself not go to sleep because that like it's it's almost automatic, like it's nature. It's like, and it took me so, like I said, until literally last year to learn how to stop those thoughts and put them, compartmentalize them, and move forward and think about something else. And
Right.
it's one of the most difficult things, is like depression and anxiety as well. Like being able to not go down that well of dark thoughts and continue to feed it, learning when to, okay, I'm going to cut this thought off. This isn't benefiting me in any way. And I'm going to move forward.
Mhm.
So static, on its way to September, on its way to July. I'm going to all these different months and times where I've done these
Sure. Right.
embarrassing, horrible things, but in the end, all of it washes away. All of it, in the end, it's not, nobody's going to remember when you got that order at that coffee shop wrong. Like in like literally like a week, like not even a week, literally an hour later, nobody was going to even remember that. And you're
Right.
still thinking about it
Exactly. Yeah.
6 years later.
Yeah.
Like all of it washes away. Nothing's permanent. Live your life and don't guide by these invisible barriers,
Yeah. Right.
like move forward and treat yourself with kindness
Right. Yeah.
because it doesn't benefit anyone,
Yeah.
especially not yourself.
Well, it's funny, like when you said nobody remembers back then, nobody nobody remembers. Now everything's online and on Instagram and Facebook, and
Yeah.
they're like, "Holy shit! Did I just say that out loud on screen
Oh
or
yeah.
anything?" And you can't escape it now. Yeah, but back then it was, yeah, oh my God, I'm lucky to be born back then as opposed to, nowadays, because everything's online now, and I'm sure
Everything is
you,
fossilized.
yes, you're right, yeah,
Fossilized in
yeah,
time. Yes,
right,
yes,
yes, exactly,
yes.
that's
I
it.
was born though in the very internet age, so thankfully
Yeah,
I have a clean history. No one's gonna go
but
back and find anything.
but you do remember Skype, and I love you for that, because Skype, I used to get along with Skype, man. Skype and me and my friends, when I
Me
can
too.
see them,
I had a friend where we'd go on Skype and we'd watch the Hunger Games and we'd like
yes.
play it at the same exact moment so we could be on Skype but watching it at the same time.
And I'm
Very
waiting for the day to have Netflix, so you can watch it with friends, but you can't now. You can't watch it with friends yet.
there was actually a thing I
Really?
think he was trying to do that it was that. I don't know if they it was like beta testing like a year ago or so,
Yeah.
but that's such a good idea.
Yeah, I guess they're still working on it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, but that is such a good idea.
yeah. So researching you, it said you were brought up in Austin, Texas, which you are right now, at Asheville. Is that correct?
Yes.
Asheville, North Carolina.
Yes.
Okay, nice, nice. I got it. I got one right. Um, so living in those two states, I guess. How has they influenced your music style and storytelling living in both North Carolina and Austin, Texas? Because they're both like vastly different.
Oh, very,
North
very.
Carolina is closer to the mountains, and Austin, Texas is hot as shit right now. You
It's
know,
a desert. It's a desert.
yeah, yeah. I mean, you live like next door to like Arizona, correct? Phoenix,
Yes.
Phoenix. Yeah, that's yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
bad. It's funny because I feel like there is a portion of me that takes this kind of Appalachia, like folky bluegrass sort of vibe to things. I think purple like is coming up in my mind when I'm thinking of that. And adding that sort of groove. And I feel like Austin is this, at least when I moved here, this alternative, like punk, like I don't know, like almost like this surf sort of vibe to it, but very
Yeah,
grungy and dark and house parties and like fast paced.
yeah,
So combining those like two styles with this sort of like, I don't know, this sort of Americana feel, but with this sort of alternative vibe together blending. But I mean, both of those two things I think are like the two genres that I love the most, like this like folky, bluegrassy, like 50s, 60s, 70s sort of North Carolina Appalachia vibe, but also this 90s, 80s grunge punk rock, like go crazy sort of tone. It's a interesting combining them, but
mm,
it's They both have influenced me so much, especially North Carolina.
Well, I guess everything is like kind of slower in North Carolina where you can actually take your time and breathe and
Oh
you
yeah.
know, Austin is go, 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 go. You know,
Yes. Yes.
if you're not early, you're late is what my dad always tells me, you know. So I'm
Exactly.
like, okay, cool. My dad is a retired colonel, so I guess he knows what you're talking about. I don't
Oh,
know.
yes, he does. Yes, he does.
So if you're not early, you're late, and if you're early, get there earlier. You know, I'm like,
Yeah.
what? That doesn't make sense, you know.
That's how my mom is. I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
getting there right at time, like right on time,
She's like,
maybe a
no,
minute.
be there 10 minutes early, and you're like, why?
I know. I'm
You
like, I don't
know.
want to be sitting on my phone for 10 minutes. Come on.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. So we discussed your EP Bloodstone and your latest project now is Adesso, Adesso. Did I say that right?
Yes, you did.
All right. Yes. Two for two.
But
Okay. So how do you think the music from Bloodstone to Adesso has evolved? You know, because I know as artists, you always want to evolve your music to a standard of reaching somebody out there. Do
yeah,
you share that same sentiment, or do you continue to stick with the same like routine, like throughout albums?
I really try every like piece of work that I create to stretch myself and grow like the most I can. And explore different sounds and different chords and like always trying to create something different that I've never created before. And I feel like the big difference between Bloodstone and Adesso, I wrote Adesso starting when I was 14 and I finished when I was about 18. And
Yeah.
then Adesso was about like 18 to 20. So Bloodstone is so much of those like teenage years and that insecurity and not confident in myself and what's going on around me. And Adesso is this so much more, I don't know, mature sound, and it's taking those darker things and kind of looking straight at them rather than, burying them.
Yeah.
I feel like EP1 was very much like, it's gonna sound really nice, but like all the like the deep dark stuffs are kind of be hidden in there a little bit. But Adesso, it's very much front forward facing. I love this is quote by goodness, what's her name? I forget her name. Tori Amos. That's it.
Okay.
Tori Amos.
Yes.
Where she says, I write about the things that people don't even want to think about. And that's sort of how I feel like I'm writing about these things that people are so afraid to think about or talk about with somebody, and those deep, dark emotions we hide deep down inside. I just want to be able to show other people, like, hey, you're not alone in feeling this feeling, and somebody who's probably experienced something a million times worse than this, but let's sit in this moment and feel this feeling and know that everything's going to be okay in the end,
Yeah. Yeah, I strongly believe that musicians write for themselves, but they also write for us too, the listener, because the listener often feels like we're alone, we're the only one feeling this, without thinking that the musician themselves are feeling that too, you know.
Exactly.
So yeah,
Exactly.
awesome. Are you ready for some fun questions now?
I'm ready.
Yes.
I'm excited.
All right.
Let's do it.
If you could collaborate with any artist from any drama for a dream project, who would it be and why? That's the standard fun question, I guess, first.
Ooh.
Alive or dead? We're gonna do alive or
Okay.
dead because
I was
there's
about to
so
say, could
many.
they be dead?
Yes, we
Um,
can.
I would love to collaborate with, say, Nat Cole King.
Okay.
I'm gonna go real old and real
Yeah.
jazzy. Like his vocals were beautiful, the songwriting was beautiful, the orchestras he always had gorgeous. Just to be able to be in all that
Mm,
warmth and create in all that warmth,
right.
that would
Oh,
be incredible.
okay. Since they said him, okay. So here's a great question that I just thought about. Right. If you could collaborate with him, besides jazz, what kind of music would you make? Would you blend jazz with pop or just stick with jazz, go with pop or dive into rock, or I could go on forever, but I'm gonna let you answer right now. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's such a
You're
good
giving me
question.
time to think. You're giving me time to think.
Yeah, yeah, this is gonna be fun.
I like I don't know, maybe like this is the one that first popped in my head, but like 60s like rockabilly, like
I love it. Yeah. Big band, big
yeah,
band. Yeah,
yeah,
I love it.
exactly,
Yeah, I love
exactly.
it.
He'll move
Nice.
around.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll get a kick out of that.
I know.
Okay, this is another fun question that I don't think you've been asked before. If your music had a superpower, not you, your music had a superpower, what would it be and how would it change the world? For the good, I guess we could say for the
Hmm.
good.
I don't know if this would be good.
Oh, okay, well,
Um,
give it to me anyway.
um, I would say invisibility.
Okay.
And just like not having to be perceived. I hate being perceived. I don't want people to perceive me. I want to be invisible and in my own space and world, but people still know I'm there. They just can't perceive me. I don't know. I think that would be everyone feels invisible in their own little world. Everyone's in their own little world within my music.
Could that be uh, related to the Hashimoto like issue? Because you don't want anybody to see it. But what am I asking you here? Do you know what I'm asking? I mean,
Yeah, I get what you're
okay,
saying. I think
yeah,
there's a portion of that. Yeah.
okay,
And like not,
yeah,
I don't know. I just feel like if you're invisible, there's no stress and fear of other people. You're just kind of you're doing your own thing and you don't got to worry about anyone else. You're in your own world. You're in your own space. I don't know.
yeah.
Maybe that's a bad bad one.
I don't know.
Sound like a good superpower. Invisible. No one
Uh,
can ever see you.
well, invisibility can be like a superpower. Look at the Invisible Woman, the Invisible Girl.
Yeah,
Fantastic. I don't know.
one of
I'm
those.
confused. One of them.
Somebody has a superpower with invisibility, and one of
So
the DC
somebody,
Marvel, somebody
yes,
does.
somebody does. I forget. I was a Marvel fan, but now I'm like, yeah, who cares
Oh,
now?
I know. I
Um,
know.
okay, so I do have four more questions, and then we're gonna wrap this up for you. But I do want to thank you for coming on. This has been so much
Yeah,
fun for me.
thank you. It's
Um,
been fun.
so this was has nothing to do with music. Okay, we're going outside the box. Okay,
All right.
if you could host a dinner party with three fictional characters, who would you invite, and what would be on your menu?
Steven Universe,
Okay.
number one. Um, then I would say, oof, because
Hmm.
there's some characters you like, and but then there's like I don't want to be around them. Like I
Yeah.
like these characters, but I don't want to be around them.
Yeah. They're like
Um,
toxic for me, or
exactly.
yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
choose. I'm gonna choose Shaggy from
Okay.
Scooby Doo.
Huh?
So Steven from Steven Universe, Shaggy from Scooby Doo, and my third one is going to be. I think I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna do Johnny Test because
Okay.
then he can like whip up some crazy things, from the
And so
Nickelodeon show. One
he
of those.
would make your menu, so you don't even
Exactly.
have to cook.
Exactly. But if I had to cook,
Okay.
I'd go like mac and cheese and like chicken nuggets and like sangrias.
Oh,
You
I love
know,
mac and cheese. Mac
I
and cheese
know.
is
I'm
so
such
good.
a plain eater. Like I'm like, I
I,
want pizza, nuggets, and mac
yeah,
and cheese, and
yeah. I'm
it's so
not.
bad.
I'm not fancy either. I don't like fancy stuff. Although it looks appetizing as hell, but I'm like, making
I
all that
know.
food for 5 minutes of just eating it.
I
No,
know. I'll
you
take
know.
my frozen chicken nuggets. All right.
And then go home. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. So it's like okay. So we're gonna do now going back to music. We're gonna do three more questions, and I think that these are gonna be the hardest questions for you.
Ooh.
Because it is for everybody else here. But I'm sure you can knock these out of the park. Okay.
Ooh. Okay. I'm
All
ready.
right. Yeah.
Challenge.
Okay. Okay. So we're gonna do a Mount Rushmore of your favorite four artists or bands. You
Ooh,
got
okay.
four of them.
Okay. Um, 12 Rods, which is a band
Okay.
from the 90s.
Okay.
The Cranberries.
Perfect.
Kate Bush, Radiohead.
Love them.
Those are
See,
my four. That was actually pretty easy. That was pretty.
yeah,
That was like,
yeah, because
I
people are
know.
like, oh my God, I got this band, and and I know when you get off here with me, you're like, damn it, I should have said this
I
band,
know. I know. I
which is so
totally know.
great. Yeah.
Those. We're leaving it there. I won't think about it
Yes,
later. I won't think
Cranberries
about
and
my
Radiohead
embarrassing
are
moment
like,
later.
I'm not a big fan of Radiohead, but I understand what they do. So
People
okay.
either love them or hate them.
Yeah, that's one of the
Love
bands
them or
that there's no in between with that band.
Mhm. No,
Yeah,
there's not.
yeah.
I love it.
I don't mind them, but then again, I'm leaning towards I don't like them. Because there's no
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
dislike, so you got to go one way or the other. But they're great. I mean, they put a staple in music. That's great.
Influential.
Yes,
Even
very,
if we
very,
may not like them, influential in a way.
very much so. Very much
Yeah.
so. Okay. Next question I have for you is pretty easy because you're in your room right now, and I think that's a very fitting for this question. Okay. So we're going to go back to when you were 15, 16, 14. Okay. We're
Mhm.
looking around your room. Are we just looking at any musical posters? And if so, what posters are we looking at?
I had a lot of actually like movie posters in my room. I
Okay.
had like Casablanca and Singing in the Rain and Jaws. Like I
Jaws.
very much turned my room into like, this like movie theater homage. Um,
Yeah.
I do have now a Phoebe Bridgers poster,
Okay.
so we can count that perhaps, or we
Maybe
can count
that.
Singing in the Rain as a music poster.
That's a great movie.
Judy
Great
Garland.
movie too.
Yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
we'll add
Awesome.
that. We'll
Awesome.
add that.
Yeah. Okay. So just like last time, this is going to be a hard question, but then again, you knocked the other question out of the park.
I know I
Let's see
did
if you
it.
do it. Like, let's see if you could get double header here.
All right.
Okay. All right. So an album, artist, or song that you can listen to or hear, but you can't tell me, your mom, your friends, or anybody else how it makes you feel deep inside your soul. You hear the song or artist, but when you listen to them, you can't express how it makes you feel.
Ooh, like what artist makes me not be
Or
able to express? Or
song,
artist,
artist,
band, or
or
song?
yeah, or you can have three of them, two of them. It's
Ooh.
up to you.
I think Illusion by Henry Mancini.
Okay.
I think that's the one I'm going to choose. If I'm understanding the question correctly, because that song, it's very like there's a vibe there I don't exactly know how to
Right.
explain, communicate, you know?
Yeah. Well, that's the
It's,
answer.
that is the answer.
That's it right there. Yes,
Woo!
we did
Triple
it.
header, man. Triple
Yeah,
header. Super home run.
that's
Okay,
right.
good
That's
job.
right. Yes, you're the
Yay.
next. You're the next. What is it? Barry Bonds, Sammy Sosa. I don't know.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know
I gotta
much
sign.
about baseball anymore.
I have to sign a jersey. Give me a jersey.
Yes, I'll send you the jersey and then you can sign it, ship it back to me, and I'll wear it.
I know.
Yes.
I know.
Oh,
I want to
cool.
sign that hat. I want that hat,
Yes,
man.
you want that? I will send you that. I will send you that. Yes. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Do you like orange or green better?
My favorite color is green.
Perfect. Well, hell, I'll send you this one. How about that?
Hell
All right.
yeah. I love it.
Yes. All right. Thank
I
you so
love it.
much. Yeah. Well, I mean, we do love you here at When It Works Out. I had a blast talking to you. I hope enjoyed this podcast
I do.
episode. And we honestly beg you to come back.
Yes, of
Hopefully
course.
within the next few weeks. So I don't know. I don't know what you got. Because you're pretty busy right now, correct? I mean, you got a
Oh
lot of stuff
yes.
coming up. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yes. Working, always working and moving and shaking, always working on some new music to get put
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. Yeah. So, guys, Sophia Warren is on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. I don't see a link for our website correct yet. Is
Yeah.
that is that coming
It's like
out?
it's like an under construction, like kind of,
Gotcha.
but Sophia Warren music, if it's up, you'll see it.
Okay, cool. And if not, I mean, you can click the links below and
Yes.
just go to her site and yeah, follow her, buy all of her stuff, music, hats. I guess you have merchandise, correct?
I gotta get some merch. I gotta get some merch up.
Okay. Okay. So we
I
don't have
gotta get
it.
some
Okay.
merch up. Not
Yeah.
yet, I think, but
Okay.
it's coming.
Yeah.
It's gonna be dope as shit.
I'll
I don't know
buy
if
it
it's
all.
cool as yours, but it's gonna be up there.
Nice.
The more
Nice.
experience.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah. Well, we do want you to come back anytime you want to. I'm not lying about that. And I
No, I'd
just
love
think you're
to.
great. Yeah. I just think
I'd
you're
love
great. So awesome. Awesome. So thank you so much for coming on. Okay.
Yes, thank you so much, James. It was very, very fun. I appreciate you.
Thank you so much. And with that said, everybody, thank you for listening. And always remember when words fail, music speaks. Bye, guys.